And folks, here we are at Westlake Station. We have a train coming in right now. We're going south all the way to Federal Way. Now, if you see any sign that says Angle Lake or Federal Way, that means you're going south. You're headed south to the airport and to the very last southern station. So that's what I'm doing right now. So here we go.
This is the 1 mile to Federal Way.
Oops. And again, south, if you see Federal Way or Angle Lake in any of the signs, that means you're headed south. So we are headed south right now. We're leaving Westlake. We're now going to Symphony Station. This is all on the ground from Capitol Hill to International District. It tends to be on the ground, so you only see dark here. And here we go. So right here, we are now at Symphony Station. We're getting off. We have Symphony Station. Symphony Station, folks.
This is the 1 mile to Federal Way downtown.
Symphony Station. So this is all on the ground right now at this space from Westlake going south to International District. And when you come to Beacon Hill, it tends to be on the ground, all dark. Because Beacon Hill, you go through a hill, as it says. It's a tunnel through a hill. So, yeah.
Next stop, Pioneer Square.
And again, Pioneer Square. Pioneer Square. That's also on the ground. It's semi on the ground, but yeah. So it's by the King County Courthouse. You can walk to Columbia Tower from here. You can walk to the City Hall from here. And I think even they call it a King County Administrative Building. Very interesting building. But
Pioneer Square. Doors to my right.
we're coming to Pioneer Square, folks. That's what we're coming to. And here we go. Here we go. Here we go, folks. Pioneer Square Station. Getting a nice little view here. And again, we're still on the ground.
1 mile to Federal Way downtown.
But our objective is to go to Federal Way stop. And that's for the south it goes to. For this way south it goes to. And we're on the ground now, so when we come to the International District is when we're going to be getting off from on the ground. Like I said, it's now, the train system is now being expanded. It's not complete yet. The ultimate goal is probably to reach Federal Way, and we like people with likes attention. But here we go. So we're coming to the International District Chinatown Station. That's the next one.
Now, entering International District, Chinatown. doors to my right.
So there we go. We're out of the tunnel. We're out from underground, and this is the Chinatown International District Station. And we are out from there. International District Chinatown Station. Let me let you get a view of this. And the next one will be Stadium Station, a very important one. International District, you can also get off here and catch the Amtrak or the Can Trail. Stadium Station, you can get off there and catch the Greyhound or Flixbus. They all come to that station. So if you get off Stadium Station, you will be at the Greyhound Station and the Flix Station. But International District, you get off here and you can catch the Camtrail bus and the Amtrak. And you also can access Lumen Fields. Lumen Fields, actually the main entrance to Lumen Fields is at the International District Station. Okay, here we go. Now we're out from the underground. We're at Stadium. We're coming to Stadium Station. Let me see here. Go. We got Lumen Fields. That's the football stadium, and T-Mobile Park. T-Mobile Park. That's the baseball stadium, and they're right next to each other. So if you get off Stadium Station, you're gonna get off right in between the two. So you can access both from Stadium Station. But it's for Lumen Fields, you want to probably get off at International District Station. It's going to put you right in front of Lumen Fields and their entrances. And here we go. This is a Stadium Station right here. If you see Linwood City Center, that means you're going north. That's the northern side. If you see Federal Way, or if you see Stadium Station right here, if you see Federal Way, or you see Angle Lake, you're going south. And to the airport too. And the airport is before Angle Lake. And it's right after Tukwila. After Tukwila and before Angle Lake is the airport station. If you're trying to get out of town or come in town.
Next stop, Soto.
So next station is the Soto Station. Soto Station is the next station. we go. This is Soto Station right here. Soto Station.
This is the 1 mile to Federal Way downtown.
Okay, we're now leaving Soto.
Next stop, Beacon Hill.
So now we're going to be coming to Beacon Hill. Beacon Hill will be the next station. So we're literally going through a hill now. It's a tunnel through a hill, so it gets dark at Beacon Hill.
Now, entering Beacon Hill. Doors to my left.
We are now on the ground.
This is the 1 mile to Federal Way downtown.
So Beacon Hill, you have these little kiosks here. It tells you what station you are and what the next station will be. And the next one will be Mount Baker. So Beacon Hill right here. Baker. Here's the next one. Getting out of the hill, the tunnel in the hill. Now we headed to Mount Baker. That's the next station.
Towards to my right.
And folks, we're arriving at Mount Baker here. Mount Baker.
This is the home line.
So we're leaving Mount Baker right now. Okay. And next stop,
Columbia City.
Columbia City will be the next city. Columbia City, next city. Well, the next stop is Columbia City. Huh?
Sorry, I don't want to keep you. I was about to stretch.
Oh, okay.
Columbia City. Doors to my right.
So now we are arriving at Columbia City Station. Columbia City. Columbia City.
This is the one line to Federal Way downtown.
Columbia City, we just came here. Next stop will be Othello.
Next stop, Othello.
Y es lo que pasa también, que ahora todo el mundo está peleando por la atención de las iPhones. Todo el mundo está peleando por segundos de atención ahí por segundo. Y que algo que hizo más que si estudiamos en la escuela, por lo menos que más en la escuela, I'm learning about how people are really not retaining so much anymore because the kids are so small. Yeah, because everybody's like, yeah, so and people are really losing the memory, people don't know the story anymore, because they expect 3 bullets to the point. Lo hacen a propósito, saben instigar, son chingaqueritos, son que hagan palo nada más por cagar.
And folks, we're coming to Othello.
Pero están esperando eso, o sea, están provocando, igual que los de la isla, todos están provocando a la gente para que de repente saquen sus propias cosas y ponen nada más de esto. Eso es otra provocación, otra peligrosa provocación más porque sí, porque se les viene, que tienen esa cosa del cinismo, ya se cinisman ellos mismos y después el cinismo a la velocidad, a montones. Y les hablas en español, se ofenden. Ya para no estar ahí.
Entering Othello. Doors to my right.
So this is Othello Station right here. Othello. Sound Baker right here. And here we go, folks. We left Othello. And now we're gonna be going to Rainier Beach. There's some views here. This is all along MLK. Give you a nice view there. Wide view here. Okay. So give you a more wider view so you can see both sides. Okay, this is the way to do it.
Now, entering Rainier Beach. Doors to my left.
Okay. A more wider view. So you get two sides. You get to see two sides on here. So this is Rainier Beach. We are now at Rainier Beach. Rainier Beach.
This is the 1 mile to Federal Way downtown.
So now if you see Federal Way and Angle Lake, so you're going south. If you see the Linwood City Center, then you're going north. The Linwood City Center is north. If you want to get to Everett, if you want to get to Linwood, that's the way to do it. And if you want to get to Federal Way,
International Boulevard.
and here we go. We're leaving Rainier Beach. Now we're going to Tacoma International Boulevard. Tacoma International Boulevard. So we're close to Sea-Tac Airport. I think I might go to try to tell you how to get to Tacoma easily from when you're at Federal Way. It's easier to get to Tacoma. It's closer to Tacoma. Here we go, Airport Way. This is a beautiful view. Wish I could, I don't think the GoPro will be able to pick it up, but the Mount Rainier, I mean, it's a spectacular view. You usually can see it way ahead, but I don't think with the GoPro you can't, it's not designed for that. But with the regular eye, if you could see the spectacular view of Rainier, I don't think I'll be able to, it will show up on this camera. I don't know why. Certain details in the views there, I could not, the GoPro won't be able to reproduce it, especially it's too far. But you can see with the naked eyes, it's spectacular. Airport. And we're coming to the International Tacoma Boulevard Station. And right after that will be Sea-Tac Airport. What is that?
Now, enter Tacoma International Boulevard. Doors to my right.
There we go. So this is Tacoma. At the Transit Center, or Tacoma International Boulevard Station right here. But right outside is the Transit Center of Tacoma. Okay, let me show you the little view here.
This is the 1 mile to Federal Way downtown.
And again, we headed south. If you see Federal Way, if you see Angle Lake on the side of the rail, then you headed south. If you see Linwood City Center, again, I'm emphasizing, you'll see yes. From Seattle. We are coming to Sea-Tac Airport, Seattle, Tacoma International Airport. Here, Sea-Tac. As wide a view as you can get. There we go. Traffic control tower right here. It looks like I missed it. There we go. We are at Sea-Tac Airport. Now, we can now go further than Angle Lake used to be the last station from Sea-Tac on the Link Light Rail. But now it goes all the way to Federal Way. It takes you closer to Tacoma and makes it easier and quicker to get to Tacoma. So this was recently opened. It's now December 2025, and here we go. Give you that beautiful view. Oh my goodness, exquisite on a bright day. So here we go. Sea-Tac Airport.
Sea-Tac Airport. Doors to my left.
So now here we are at the airport, but I'm going to continue a bit south. Continue a bit south. This is Sea-Tac Airport.
This is runway 2.
Okay. There we go. There we go. Here we go, folks. Sea-Tac Airport. So we're going to be leaving here. I'm not going to go to the airport. I'm going to try to go to the very end to Federal Way Station. And I wish you won't see it on the GoPro video, but the image of Mount Rainier is on here, and you can see it with the naked eyes, and it's an exquisite view, but I don't think my GoPro will be able to pick it up. The next station will be Angle Lake. That used to be the very last station, but now the Link Light Rail has been extended to Federal Way. And those who are commuting to Tacoma, oh, they now have it easy. It's easier to get to Tacoma now, quicker to get to Tacoma because of this extension and other parts of the sound. So here we go. Angle Lake, next station. When you go south of the airport, south of the Seatac station, is Angle Lake, and the fact that, like I said, it's, if you see Federal Way, if you see Angle Lake, you are going south. Go. Here we go. We are now at Angle Lake. Angle Lake right here, folks. I wish you could see the Mount Rainier view. GoPro might not be able to get hold of it or replicate it. It's too far out. but with the naked eyes you can see it, and it's an exquisite view. Like I said, this link light rail has been extended. The very last station will be Federal Way downtown. It's Federal Way downtown. And after Angle Lake, Kent, Des Moines, that was, so if you're commuting to Kent, again, it gets easier to commute to Kent. And then there's Star Lake, and then Federal Way. So 3 addition to Angle Lake, Kent, Des Moines. So those commuting from Kent, from downtown Seattle to Kent and then Des Moines, it's now going to get easier. Less commuting time. Star Lake is the next one, and then Federal Way downtown will be Federal Way. If you see Angle Lake, Federal Way, any sign that says that on the side of the rail, that means you're headed south. You're headed to the airport, and you're headed to Federal Way, the very Federal Way downtown. The official name is Federal Way Downtown Station. And then the Federal Way Park and Transit Center is also there. So literally you can park there and get on the train. So commuting now is a bit easier in Seattle. And let's see here. Go. Now commuting in Seattle will be, for those on the South Sound, will get a bit easier. Less commuting time with this extension to Federal Way, because the rail does not have to deal with traffic, except in one very small spot. But that's probably the only, yeah, now it's going to be easier. So Kent, Des Moines right here. So if you're commuting to Kent and commuting to Des Moines, it now gets easier and quicker to get it. You have a question? So there we go. It's it now is easier. So getting home from downtown Seattle to work, from work, it's easier now. Just hop on the train to Kent, Des Moines. Now you just park your car. Less congestion in downtown. So commuting now become easy for the Kent and Des Moines people. Here we go, here we go. And quicker. It's now quicker to get to Tacoma. You just go get off the Federal Way station, and yeah, it's, Like I said, this region is now, the development is taking off on steroids. But post-COVID, this city was, the whole region, Puget Sound, from Tacoma to Everett to Bellevue to Seattle the development is now on steroids. And this is an example of it right here. So, development on steroids for the whole region, Puget Sound, from Olympia all the way up to Everett. Nothing but development. Even all the counties in between, Skagit and Whatcom, Bellingham and Mount Vernon. Just development galore. Infrastructure is taking off. And now we're coming to Star Lake as the next station. Star Lake. Give you a view of this map. Let's see how good I can do this. And folks, here we are at Star Lake Station. Star Lake Station right now. And the next one will be downtown Federal Way. So again, we're leaving Star Lake. And
next stop, Federal Way downtown.
Federal Way downtown. Oh, that's the next stop. Okay. And we are coming to the Federal Way downtown station. This is the extension from Angle Lake. It has been extended to Federal Way. So if you live in Federal Way, you live in Kent and Des Moines and those areas, commuting to downtown Seattle has gotten easier and quicker and less stressful. You get home easy. Get home quicker with the extension of this of the link light rail. So this is gonna be my the last stop here. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you how to get to Tacoma. Like I said, it's now easy to commute to Tacoma now with the extension of the Federal Way downtown. They're looking to extend this all the way to Tacoma anyway. But now if you're on the South Sound, commuting faster and quicker, with less stress, dealing with traffic, it's easier now, and it's quicker. You don't spend 2 hours in traffic to get home. You get off your job and then, your commute now becomes 2 hours. It becomes less and it becomes easy. So this is Federal Way downtown station, but you also have the transit center. I'm going to walk to the transit center. I'm going to show you how to get to downtown. From here, I'm going to show you how to get to Tacoma Dome station. Basically, you're in Tacoma, basically, but commute now becomes easy. And there we go, folks. This is where I'm getting off. And here we go, here we go, here we go. So let me go ahead and give you this beautiful view right here.
About every 10 minutes.
And here we go. We have a view of downtown Federal Way. And right there we got the transit center right over there. And here we go. This is the transit center, Federal Way Transit Center. Like I said, there's construction everywhere. And, actually it's right here. It's changed a bit. Like I said, it's you stay away for 2 months, 3 months in Seattle. You come back to a place, it's completely different. Completely different. Now I don't even recognize downtown Federal Way. That's massively improved. I don't recognize Federal Way anymore. Is this Federal Way? This is what's going on in the future. Massive development, massive changes. And here we go. So let me go ahead and I got bad knees, so no steps for me.
Every 10 minutes.
But trains are departing about every 10 minutes. So the commute now is, here we go, here we go. One just came in, and I'm going to show you how to get to Tacoma. I am going to show you how to get to Tacoma. And folks, here we are. We're at the Federal Way downtown station. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Tacoma, show you how to get to Tacoma from here. There we go, waiting for that elevator. Got bad knees, so my steps ain't gonna, I don't want to mess up my knees by taking the steps, but yeah, here we go. And here we go, everything has changed downtown. Downtown Federal Way has been completely transformed. You stay away 3 months, you stay away a year, you stay away a couple of years, you come back, you don't recognize the place. And this is exactly what has happened here to Federal Way, downtown Federal Way. And so I'm entering the elevator. I'm gonna go to Tacoma from here. Keep in mind it's December 2025, and I think today's the 14th. December 14th, 2025. So the year is almost over. And we have a sunny December day, so that is great. So you can see, and again, we got a lot of security here. We got All American security, and there's a lot of security. There's a lot of sheriff sometimes passes through here, so it's relatively safe. And I'm gonna go ahead and go to downtown Federal Way, probably by the Tacoma Dome area. And let's see here. So right now, you know, if you want to, you can just directly take the buses come to Federal Way from downtown Seattle, and just take the buses from here. We got the 574 going to Lakewood Transit Center. We got the 578 going to Puyallup. So now it's easier to commute from here to Tacoma. It's now pretty easy. Let's see here. And let me see some of the. So now the commute is now easier. It's quicker and faster. You don't have to spend 2 hours, 3 hours to get home when you get off the job from downtown Seattle. So it's now way easier. And folks, this is the 574. I'm going to the Tacoma Dome Transit Center. You also can catch the 500 or the 574 will take you. It's more quicker to Tacoma Dome from Federal Way Transit Center. And here I am, 574 Lakewood. It's going to Lakewood. And you can also catch it to the Tacoma Dome Transit Center. And here I go. I have cards, so one moment. And here I am entering the 574 to Tacoma Dome Transit Center. Here we go. And driver, how much minutes does it take to get from Federal Way to Tacoma Dome Transit Center?
10, 15.
Okay, 10-15 minutes from Federal Way to the Tacoma Dome Transit Center. So as an option, the 574. It's actually coming from the airport, and what you can do, you can take it. It's the quickest way to Tacoma Dome Transit Center, and there's the option of the 500 too, 500 Pierce Transit. But this one is quicker to Tacoma Dome Transit Center or to Tacoma. So here we go. We're leaving Federal Way Transit Center right now. And so we're leaving Federal Way Transit Center on the 574. And it says the Tacoma Dome is the next stop. This is a Sound Transit. It's 574. It's quicker than the 500, but the 500 goes to places that might be of great interest. This is Federal Way to Tacoma, and according to the driver, it's 10 minutes. So we we're headed on I-5 right now. We're heading on I-5. And the date according to that, we're December 17, 2025. As of December 17, 2025. So this was shot in December. So again, things might change. This whole transit system is expanding. It hasn't reached, the rail has not reached Tacoma yet, but that's probably going to be the next phase. And there we go, we're on our way to Tacoma. Like I said, there's an alternative. You can catch the 500. 500 has most stops, and it will stop places of interest. Starting to rain now. It was nice, bright and sunny, and we got a switcheroo. The weather here can be a bit bipolar. You never know when it's going to switch on you. It was bright and sunny a while ago. Now it's it's all looks like it's about to go gray and cloudy. Going along I-5, headed to Tacoma. You don't mind if I sit right next to you? Okay, thank you. This is along I-5. According to Drive, it takes 10 minutes between Federal Way, downtown station, and Tacoma Dome Transit Center. So I'll give you a little more peek of I-5 here on the south side. The former portal. casino right here. The 500 will take you directly in front of this casino right here. So if you're trying to go to EQC, then get up at 500.
All right.
There we go. Quickest way from downtown Seattle to Tacoma is actually, or even from the airport, is to go to Federal Way Transit Center and then take the 574. It's the quickest way at Federal Way Transit Center. So from Federal Way Transit Center, the quickest way to Tacoma is to catch a 574. And it's the quickest way. So from Federal Way Transit Center to Federal Way Downtown Station, catch the quickest way is the 574. And here we go again. We're near the gigantic Emerald Queen Casino right here. This one is a full service, really full service, where you have slot machines and you have table games. This is the ultimate. It's also a resort. It has a hotel attached to it. And here we go, 574 to Tacoma Dome Transit Center. So now it's gotten a bit easier and quicker to get to Tacoma. The Nisqually Red Wing Casino is a bit more south. So that's another one. It's a big one, but it's a bit far off. And it's the Nisqually Red Wing Casino. But it's more further south. And here we go. Oh, right here. I forgot there's a 500 stop, 41. Okay. Awesome. Here we go. Here we go. now getting close to the Tacoma Dome Transit Center. Now getting very, very close. Again, it looks like it's going to be we started off with a bright day. Now we're going to end with a cloudy day. I was trying to avoid that, but can't control the weather. And this is a Tacoma Dome Transit Center. You can park your vehicle here for free and hop onto the Sound Transit bus to get to Seattle. And here we go. We're now coming in here. Right here. And this is gonna be my stop. The 574. Thank you. The 574 bus stop. And let me verify. And mind you, the 574 going to Lakewood. This is an airport. You can catch the 574 at the airport too. But I strongly recommend stay on the light link rail, and go to Federal Way, because staying on the pure bus you gotta deal with traffic. So the quickest way would be to stay on the link light rail at Sea-Tac Airport Station. Just go south. If you see Federal Way, if you see Angle Lake anywhere on that side of the rail, then you need to go south. And Federal Way is now the last Federal Way downtown is the last station on the link light rail. They are looking to expand it hopefully to Tacoma, just like on the north side they're trying to expand it to Everett. And the quickest way to get from Federal Way downtown station to Tacoma is the 574. You can take the 500. It will give you options, whichever one you want, but the quickest one is the 574 Sound Transit. And let's see, here we go, Tacoma Dome Transit Center right here. And so folks, here's the Tacoma, they call it Tacoma Station, but it's also the Tacoma Transit Center. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go actually take you to the Tacoma Dome. Once you're here, you can literally walk to the Tacoma Dome. So I'm walking up these steps. I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna walk around. Okay, so we're gonna walk to the Tacoma Dome. Give you a little footage of it. This looks. Let's just walk up here. Oh boy. Okay. It's a nice bright day, but it's chilly as hell. go. So I'm just gonna walk to the Tacoma Dome, show you a little picture of her. Tacoma Dome Station. Also the Sounder. This is a train you can take from Seattle. Comes down here and it stops here too. So there we go. So this is one of the stops of the Sounder station, or where it stops, which is the Tacoma Dome Station. Inside here for a minute.
Baggage exceeding this limit will not be accepted on board Amtrak trains.
So Amtrak comes through here too. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm just walking to this street to show you the street if you to walk up to the Tacoma Dome, the stadium itself. And so that's East D Street. This street right here is D Street, East D Street. So what you do, you just walk straight up East D Street in more the southern direction. East D Street. And you're gonna come straight up to the Tacoma Dome. Here's another. Again, this is where the Sounder train. You can take it from downtown, And the sound of the train will get you down here, Tacoma Dome Station. And right next to the Tacoma Dome Station is the Tacoma Dome Stadium, and you can get off here, walk up the little hill on D Street, and you're gonna be right at the Tacoma Dome. And now, folks, here we are. We are at the Tacoma Dome at the top of D Street, and you're getting a view here of the Tacoma Dome. Let me go ahead here. And so you walk from the Tacoma Dome Station or the Tacoma Dome Transit Center, and you come up to D Street, and you will get to the Tacoma Dome. This is what you're looking at right now. At least one view of it. Exhibition hall right here, and there you go, the Tacoma Dome. So they have concerts here, they have all sorts of stuff here. Even graduations, high school graduations are held there. And this is the cultural center of Tacoma, the Tacoma Dome. There we go. And a little closer to see the beauty of the Tacoma Dome. Okay. Here we go, here we go. Good view of the dome. I-5 passes right next to it too. The I-5 highway, it's right next to it. And the tickets and everything, ticket booths right here. And here's the Tacoma Dome again, another view right here. But right next to the Tacoma Dome is called the LeMay, America's Car Museum. LeMay, America's Car Museum, and it's right here, this beautiful structure here. It's right across the street from the Tacoma Dome. And you can come up here, folks, if you get off the Tacoma Dome Station. The 594 is one of the buses you can take, and since this is from the airport that I'm doing this from, Sea-Tac Airport, I caught the 574, and it will take me right down here. This is the LeMay Car Museum, all kinds of antique cars, all kinds of cars